Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 26th of January 2024. Just to let you know, the next Market Alert will be on Tuesday morning, as I will be missing in action over the weekend. Okay, let's have a look at yesterday. Bonds and black gold were bid. Big tech skids as no landing narrative gores Goldilocks. Goldilocks meaning the reduction in interest rates, I think. Stocks and bonds rise after strong GDP. With soft inflation and rising claims as well. So again, we're back to that sort of dovish narrative. This is an interesting article. Bank bailout fund ARB usage soars again amid money market fund outflows. So yeah, interesting there that we're back to bailing the banks out again. 545 billion airbag, the Fed, but it's over now. Watch the SOFR and the RRP spread for signs of stress. I have no idea what the last bit in that is, but it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. You can actually see this at the Fed's own website. They do actually put these graphs out of how much money is being provided by the Fed, but I think they're cutting off this, aren't they, by the looks of things. So it's, again, I know there's something coming down the line. There's no doubt about that. There's just a sense of something's not right out there. And I noticed that the UK are now talking about conscripting young chaps for war with Ukraine and, with Russia. And that's even on Sky News. So what's going on? Something's not right with the world. It hasn't been for a while, but even more so now. Anyway, let's move on to more cheery things. Let's have a look at the markets and see what the Dow did during yesterday. So in the Dow, we can see the market's traded up to the 89% retracement. We're stuck in a sideways range. There's doom and gloom ahead of us, and the market's making no progress. So something's, like I say, it's not right. So we may be starting to see this as a potential top for a pullback and a shakeout and some profit taking. I mean, the market's moved higher since October during the Santa rally. A bit choppy yesterday, market down, then the news came out, the market moving higher, and then again managing to rally before the close. It all seems to smack of the plunge protection team sort of thing that we've seen over the years, where prices have been pulled back at the close. And overnight the market is down below the DP, the 20 bar 5 and the 200 MA and the 50 as well. So some weakness around here at the moment. The low is down here at 37753. If prices do move lower, there is some support in between this as well. And also, of course, on route down, if the market does move lower today, there's these Fibonacci areas as well. But if the market gets back above the DP, then you can expect the close and the high to be retested there. In the German DAX, also sitting at the 89% retracement, down to here, back up to here. So again, there's some weakness around. Are we going to start seeing a phase of bad news and profit taking in the markets? Yesterday the market down, then managing to move back up, traded to the high, and then overnight the market's gapped, filled the gap, and it's now moving lower. DP, BRN there, if you take out the psychological level there, the big round number, then we can expect the S1 and the low to be tested there. In the S&P 500, this is the only market that is still looking bullish, still above the 4868 level. Again, we had a new all-time high posted 2 days ago at 4903. And so, yeah, interesting that one is still on the upside there. 5 minutes didn't sell off, did it, like the Dow? The Dow moved lower before moving higher, moving back, but it's still got that sort of plunge protection situation there. You've also got the market coming back to 89 as well, where it's failed. There's a gap there as well, which hasn't been filled, so that's interesting also. On the downside, we've also got the market trading down to 78 area as well, and we're oversold at the moment, so could be a bit of support coming in for the S&P 500 there. Meanwhile, in the FT 100, slow grind to the upside through the 200 MA now. We'd managed to hold above that during yesterday. How much the market's got, it remains to be seen, but these are the first sort of fib areas I would draw as a resistance to the upside. 7591 and 7617 as areas of resistance there. 30-minute chart, again, slow grind to the upside. You can see the pullbacks and then moving with the Dow into the overnight. Interestingly enough, we've got a bit of a gap to the upside with the retracement there at the moment. We've gone through yesterday's high. The question is, will it hold if the DAX and the Dow move lower once they open at 7 a.m? Just before moving on and having a look at the US dollar, let's have a look at the economic news. We've got the core PCE price index today. That's the only thing that's out, so the market's going to have to make its own direction. When I say it's the only one out, it's the only one out that's of high impact, and the other one is medium impact, which is pending home sales. In the US dollar, you can see that this is sideways to higher, so let's have a look at the reaction to this by the metals. And so far, the market managing to move higher, narrower bar yesterday, volume dropping off, so it won't be long before we start to see this market reverse, unless the war drums start to escalate. Like I say, they're already putting rumours out about conscription, an increase in the UK army. Maybe this is just an audit type thing and they're trying to encourage people, but I think it's a bit more sinister personally than that. Silver in the 30-minute chart managing to rally, but as soon as you get the London fix and any news, they slam it back down. But overnight in the Asian market, prices above the close. In the gold market, the market is sideways there, which you can see it's sitting on an 89% retracement. You get used to seeing them. Let me just draw this in for you. So from there to there, you'll see there we go, down at the 78.89 level. Let's have a look at the gold silver ratio. The gold silver ratio has been moving lower for the last few days, which you can see there, and trying to move back up on the overnight. Notice that yesterday's bar is a lot less in range. Got support to the left, so I would say that today's is going to be back to the upside, which means that silver will be slammed more than gold. Let's have a look at yesterday's markets and see what the overnight's doing before we conclude. So pre-market prices moving higher above the close, and straight off we move to the downside, but look how sideways it was once more. As I said at the intro, there's something very strange going on in these markets at the moment. The sideways in the official trading hours, I mean, not even this trade was actually filled. And then the news, you can see just how tiny the bars are. It's just sideways all the way through. No trades in the morning. In the afternoon it was a bit different, so let's fast forward through to that. Market holding at the DP, then failing. Then we've got the economic news and the pre-market down, moving prices to the upside. And then we had our first trade, which was down to the 50 EMA and the close. This is an area where a market's likely to find support. It does, it turns around, it comes back, it puts in a potential buy. That trades up to 89% of the move from down to there to back to there, and then the market stops, and then we have another potential sell following the news, but the market, buy, it was the buy that was the loser. Yeah, we had another buy, but there's resistance to the left. The market attempts to move higher, comes within 1 point of the scalp. Now at this point, you can actually move your stop if you wanted to below the entry price. I kept mine where it was, which was a mistake because the weakness came in, moved the market to lowers, which is what we saw in the Dow first off, and that seemed to revisit, didn't it? So we then get a sell. There's already weakness indicated in the market by the fact that the buy didn't continue to move higher. This time we break the 50 EMA and move lower and collect profits, and then that's it. So the market, again, still playing silly beggars with this sideways nonsense in the first 2 hours in the morning and in the afternoon. It's very, very strange, but overnight the markets work very well and predictably well as well. So let's have a look at those. So in the 2-minute chart, nice moves. You just got straight moves. You know, you can work with this. You can't work with where the market's just stuck in a 3 or 4 point range bar. So even overnight, there was just nice moves in this market. Let's have a look where we are in the grand scheme, we're sitting at the DP at the moment, so around that area the market will need to find support there if it's going to attack the high. If not, then we're going to be heading down in the other direction towards the low there. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in Tuesday's edition. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.